And this evening we're being favored by the appearance of Burt who comes to us all the way from Oregon. And as you probably know from the brochure and the program, he has been very busy with our young people and still is quite busy with them. And as soon as he gets through up here, he's got some more activities with them. But we're delighted to have the advantage of having him here with us for a few minutes. He is quite an experienced entertainer, having had his own radio program and done a great deal in the way of teaching the entertainment field. And I'm going to let him tell you what he's going to play, and hope you'll enjoy it as much as I expect you. This is Burt Wells.
Thank you very much, Colonel Bunker, and you did it again. Some of you who were here Friday evening when we had our little informal get-together remember that Colonel Bunker had me stand up and he introduced me as a fellow capable of working with youth and also one that possessed talent. And I reached a dilemma when yesterday he asked me if I would come up and expose a little of that talent. And I didn't know for sure what it was or what I might be able to do, so I called my wife last night back in Oregon, and my wife said, "Listen, stupid." She always calls me listen. She said, "Listen, have you forgotten that talent you used to have, to the capability of throwing your voice?" She said, "Why don't you pull it on them in the ballroom here in Boston?" And I had forgotten about it. And I tried it in my room last night. I hadn't done it for 20 years, and it didn't work. The room was too small. But I'd like to try it here this evening as I start out and see if it will work. Bear with me, please. Boston. Thank you very much. But I think I can see in your eyes a little bit of disbelief. Let me do it once more. I'll try a different word. Baloney. Now I know what you're saying. You're saying, look, anybody can do that. It's only one word. It's sort of like an echo, bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. I'd like to try a whole sentence on you. President Nixon knew nothing about Watergate. Thank you very, very much. And thanks to Bobby and to Kim and to Ed for their youthful cooperation in our little fun. You know, one thing I have noticed both last year and this year, and I'm sincere when I say this, is that I think I have sensed in this rally an extra special handshake from people, a feeling of love that you don't get in a lot of organizational functions or meetings of this kind. And it reminded me of a song which has nothing to do with the rally, but I think one of the most beautiful folk songs I have heard written in a great number of years, expresses the love that a man had for his wife all the way through life and even past the death of his wife. I'd like to do that for you now. He remembers the first time he met her. He remembers the first thing she said. He remembers the first time he held her, the night that she came to his bed. He remembers her sweet way of saying, "Honey, has something gone wrong?" He remembers the fun and the teasing and the reason he wrote her this song. I'll give you a daisy a day, dear. I'll give you a daisy a day. I love you until the river runs still and the four winds we know blow away. They would walk down the street in the evening and for years I would see them go by, and their love that was more than the clothes that they wore could be seen from the gleam in their eye. As a child they would take me for candy, and I loved to go tagging along. We'd hold hands while we walked to the corner, and the old man would sing her his song. I'll give you a daisy a day, dear. I'll give you a daisy a day. I love you until the river runs still, and the four winds we know blow away. Now the old man walks down to the corner, and he stops by the old candy store. And I somehow believe he's believing that he's holding her hand like before, for he feels all her love walking with him, and he smiles at the things she might say. Then the old man walks up to the hilltop and gives her a daisy a day. I'll give you a daisy a day, dear. I'll give you a daisy a day. I love you until the river runs still, and the four winds we know blow away, and the four winds we know